Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, I hope everyone remember whatever we have seen in the last lecture, starting from the definition of a tangent vector. Then we have seen tangent space, vector field, and we have seen the natural frame field. That means all the vectors, if they are going in a particular direction, that is called a natural frame field. And after that, we have seen the definition of a directional derivative. We have discussed what is a geometric interpretation for the directional derivative. The name itself suggests that it is going to give us a rate of change of the derivative in the arbitrary direction. Okay. Because of this formula, what is a formula for the directional derivative VPF? The square bracket indicates that that is a directional derivative of a function f at a point P in the direction of P is given by initial rate of change at t equal to 0. We are going to evaluate initial rate of change mean d by dt f of p plus tv. That means initial rate of change of a function f at a point P in the direction of a b. This vector v ensures that you are finding the rate of change in the arbitrary direction. And another formula for this one is summation over I bi dou f by dou xi at a point P. Okay. So what do you mean by this dou f by dou xi? Dou f by dou xi means what? It is nothing but dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y, and dou f by dou z. What do you mean by these one is nothing but your partial derivatives, which ensures that your directional derivative is nothing but the linear combinations of the partial derivative. Okay. And again, we have seen the theorem in the last lecture that if you are restricting your direction, that is this direction, directional derivative, if you are finding this in a particular direction, that is directional derivative function f in the direction of x-axis is reduced to a partial derivative. आठवते सगळ्यांना हे u1f, u2f we have found. u2f is
Yes,
nothing
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
dou f by dou y, and the next one is u3f is dou f by dou z. So in general, I can write this as uif is equals to directional derivative function f in the direction of ui is nothing but dou f by dou xi. Okay. So this we have seen in the last lecture. Okay. Even we have seen what is a vector field and what is a directional derivative on a vector field is now reduced to a point-wise application, that is which is equal to VPF. Okay, this tangent vector is different one and this tangent vector is different. This is simply any tangent vector, but this tangent vector is related to your this defined vector field. And the definition again is very similar to whatever we have seen for a tangent vector dou f by dou psi at a point P. But what is actual change here? If you are going to change a point P, obviously the tangent vector is going to change, right? Because in the vector field we have many number of tangent vector, right? What do you mean by a vector field? It is simply a collection of all the tangent vector ones at every point of a E3 space. So if I go to any point in the E3 space, I am getting one tangent vector. Okay. Any doubt up to this one?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
If not, let us go to now the properties of the directional derivative with respect to vector field. Properties of a directional derivative with respect to the vector field. Now, how to find out the properties of a directional derivative with respect to a vector field? Just now in the last lecture, we have seen properties of a directional derivative with respect to a tangent vector. Those who remember, we have done this properties as a Okay, sorry for the disturbance. What we were discussing is we are now going to find out the properties of a directional derivative with respect to a vector field. These property we have already seen, right? Those who remember, we have seen these properties of a directional derivative with respect to a tangent vector. This property we called it is linear in tangent vector Vp and Wp, and this is called a linearity in F and G, and this is what a Leibniz rule for the multiplication in the directional derivative. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay, let us go for the next properties. That means we have to see now the properties of a directional derivative with respect to a vector field. Okay, these are, we have already seen the properties of directional derivative with respect to a tangent vector, right? So here, if you remember, we have written some of the assumptions are where f and g are real valued function, vp and wp are a tangent vector, a and b are a scalar, and with the help of that, we have proved this property. Now let us go for proving the properties. What is given to us in this case? If v and w, here we have to have a sufficient difference in vp and wp and all. Here, v and w are the capital letters, v and w are vector fields are vector field. Okay. Now, whenever you come to the word vector field, you should imagine that what is that vector field? It is collection of all the tangent vectors in E3. That means at every point of E3, you are getting one tangent vector. Okay. Next, we have provided f, g, h are real valued functions. Okay. Then prove that. What is our aim to prove that? Our aim is to prove that the first one, the property which is very similar to the properties which we have seen for our tangent vector, directional derivative with respect to a tangent vector. Okay, here what is a change? Fv plus Gw. What was there initially? It is Af plus Bg hota na? In the things which we have seen here, AF plus BG, but instead of having A and B, here we are working for a vector fields. Okay, FV plus GW, F and G are real valued function, V and W are the vector field, H is also one real valued function. Now here our aim is to evaluate the directional derivative of this real valued function. Now don't confuse with the thing that always we are finding the directional derivative function f. Okay, f, g, h all are real valued function. So we are finding the directional derivative of a function h with respect to fv plus gw. Now again, I will ask you that if V and W are the vector field, whether their linear combination is also a one vector field?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why this is possible? Because we have seen already that how it is written. I hope you come across the examples also. We have solved the examples on the vector field. If you remember, we have V and W are provided, FV plus GW we have to find out in such a way that it can be written in the combination of U1 in U2 and U3 only. At that time, we have keep the coefficient of U1 is equated to 0. At that time, we have solved many examples related to your vector field. So you know that your the scalar combinations of those vector field is again one vector field, correct? So here we have to prove the first property as this is f as it is, and here directional derivative of a function h with respect to a vector field plus now g as it is directional derivative of a your function h with respect to the vector field w. Okay, next property is af plus bg. Okay, af plus bg, the two real valued function, a and b are the scalar, v is a vector field. So how to evaluate this one? A as it is directional derivative function f with respect to a vector field v plus b as it is directional derivative function g with respect to a vector field. Now third one, what is the third one? directional derivative we have to evaluate, that is product of the function. What is directional derivative? Product of function with respect to a vector field. Up to now we have seen these properties for the tangent vector, but now we have to see this for a vector field. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us start with the one by one. The first property which we are going to prove. What is the first one? We have provided V and W are the vector field, F and G are real valued function, Fv plus Gw. Okay. So here we have a linear combination of vector field is again a vector field. If you go through that V and W, we have written the vector fields and their linear combinations, and the scalar multiplication also we have defined. Fv at a point P is Fp, V at a point P. Okay. So now we have to find out directional derivative function h in the direction of a vector field Fv plus Gw. Okay. So let us start with the proof. What we have in the proof? Okay. So let me start with the first one. What is given? Fv plus Gw. Now we have to evaluate the directional derivative function h. So at here we are going to again apply the pointwise application. Those who remember, we have seen the properties, right? Or rather how to implement a vector field, right? If you want to find out the directional derivative on a vector field, if you remember, we have written this like this. Directional derivative function f on a vector field is equal to, we have to evaluate by a pointwise application. Okay, we have to go to a point and then we will get one tangent vector, and then now definition is reduced to our original definition. आठवते सगळ्यांना? Any doubt for this one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me evaluate this. So it is equal to, now here I can write this as evaluated at a point P, it can be written as Fv plus Gw. Now V and W should be sufficiently capital letters. At a point P, we have to evaluate the directional derivative of a function h. Okay, directional derivative of a function h, which is equal to, so how to evaluate now? We have to evaluate by a again pointwise application. So I can write this as Fv at a point P, correct, plus Gw at a point P, and directional derivative function h, which is equals to, what is the value? F at a point P, and this whole vector field evaluated at a point P will be now a tangent vector, correct? So plus G at a point P and whole vector field evaluated at a point P. Now it will be again one tangent vector, correct? So now just by, we are just using a pointwise application. Okay. Now here you can write down the reason as AF at a point P can be written as AF at a P. That means A is a scalar, value of a function f evaluated at a point P is f of P. Just like suppose 2 into function f is suppose 2x square is there, evaluated at a point 1, 2, 3. So what will be the answer? 2 as it is, value of a function x square at 1, 2, 3. X क्या है value 1, 1 square. The answer is equal to 2. Okay. So now how to write down this one? Now if you remember, we can again go back. Okay. So how to write this one? This is what a vector field evaluated at a point P. Okay. Now what I have to do? It is equal to a value of function f evaluated at a point P. So this is what a vector field evaluated at a point P, directional derivative function h evaluated in this way, plus g of p as it is, directional derivative of a function h, here vector field is w. Okay. So now by definition of this vector field again, this can be written as this f of p as it is, this whole thing as p is a point which is arbitrary point, this one I can change as Okay, let me write down here once again. Directional derivative function f in the vector field evaluated on a point-wise application is equal to Vp f. Correct? So I can go in a reverse way. So what will be the value of this one? I can write it as directional derivative of a function h evaluated at a point P plus g of P as it is. Okay, then directional derivative of a function h in the direction of a vector field w. Correct? Now I can take P common because P is arbitrary point, so we can take out and we can write it as f as it is directional derivative function h in the direction of a vector field v. Okay, evaluated at a point P plus, right, g as it is directional derivative of a function h in the direction of a vector field evaluated at a point P. And now here you will feel that काय केलं मॅडमनी फक्त पी बाहेर काढला मग परत आत घेतला. So you should write down the reason at every step, just like I have written here the reason for the step that how to perform this one, and then earlier one I have written the definition, okay, how to apply this AF of P, and here also I have told you the reason that how to apply the point wise application. Simply you have to write down the reason at every step so that you can understand what you have done. Otherwise you will feel that आधी point P घेतला मग बाहेर काढला मग आत घेतला असं वाटेल. So just at every step you should know what we have done. Okay, so now again by taking P common, what we get the result f vh plus g w h, that is directional derivative of function h in the direction of a vector field, directional derivative function h in the direction of a vector field w. Now point P is arbitrary point in this space, and what was here we have started with, from where we have started with fv plus gw directional derivative function h in the direction of this vector field evaluated on a point-wise application. We got it as f vh plus gwh at a point P. Now as point P is arbitrary point, you should not cancel like this whatever I have cancelled. Here you have to write down the statement that as P is arbitrary point in the E3 space, and hence the result. What is the result? Fv plus Gw. Okay, this is what one vector field and we have to find out directional derivative function h. H is a real valued function which is equal to, we can write it as fvh, directional derivative function h in the direction of a vector field, plus g, directional derivative of a function h in the direction of a vector field w. Are you getting me? Any doubt for this one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just try to understand the steps at every point, then only you can understand what we have done. Okay, let me start with the first one. What is given to us? We want to prove the three properties. What are the three properties? First, v and w are the vector field. We have to find out the linear combination of those vector field, and we have to evaluate the directional derivative of your real valued function h. आतापर्यंत आपण f च्या काळात होतो, right? But here f, g, h all are real valued functions. So just we have to prove these three results. Okay, whatever we have proved for a tangent vector. Now what we have to do for as we want to do it for a vector field, you know that for a vector field if you want to apply, you have to go by a point wise application. So here also we have done the same thing. By going for a point wise application, we got the result. And then again you have to use the definition in a reverse way. Here I have written the reason for this one. You have to use the definition of a directional derivative function on a vector field in a reverse way, and you will get the result. And you have to just take a point P outside common, and we have to write the reason on the next step that as P is arbitrary point in the E3 space, we can write the result is true for every P. Okay, should I go for the next one, second property?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let us start with the second property. What is there in the second property? We have V is a vector field. Suppose V is any vector field, and AF plus BG is given to us. Okay, AF plus BG, we have to evaluate the directional derivative of a real valued function af plus bg. If f and g are real valued function, a and b are scalar, then linear combination is also a real valued function. Correct, no? Suppose x square is there, y square is there, so I can write 2x square plus, suppose here it is 3 is there, or you can say 2x square minus y square, or it is minus x square plus 10y square. Okay, so what are a and b? These are some scalar. So we have to evaluate now directional derivative of af plus bg with respect to a vector field. Okay, so now again you have to write down the reason. We have to go by a point-wise application. So if I go by a point-wise application, what I get the result, how to apply this one is, which is equal to, again what I can write here, you can write the reason here, directional derivative function f in the direction of a vector field going for a point-wise application equals to vpf. Okay, so here also I can write a directional derivative of a function af plus bg evaluated on a tangent vector vp. Okay, so here you have to write down this reason. Okay, so which is equal to, now you know that result is that a is a scalar which is independent of a point p, so I can take it outside a, so it is vp f. Okay, directional derivative of function f plus this b is outside because as a and b are scalar. Now here again I can write directional derivative function g in the direction of a tangent vector vp. Now again you can write the reason here, that I have to now use the definition in a reverse way. Okay, directional derivative function f evaluated on a point-wise application, it is equal to vp f. Now if I go on a reverse way, what I get the result is a, and value of this one I can write it as vf at a point p. Correct? B
Yes, ma'am.
Vg at a point P. Okay. Now I know that you will be confusing that what madam is doing. She is just taking P outside and all. While solving the example, you will come to know that how this examples is solved. But now at this time, you should just keep in mind that we have to apply the definition of a vector field by a point-wise application. That's why I'm showing this diagram again and again. By going to a point-wise application means that at every point you are getting one tangent vector. So you have to apply the definition first in a direct way. In the next step, you have to do it in a reverse way. यहाँ पे हमने reverse way apply किया. So just now you have to take P outside common, and then you will get avf plus bvg, that is directional derivative of a function f in a vector field, directional derivative function g on a vector field v. As p is arbitrary, we can take outside, and from where we have started with directional derivative of a function af plus bg on a vector field at a point. Now this point p is arbitrary point in the E3 space, and hence we can write the result that directional derivative of a function af plus bg on a vector field can be written as a as it is directional derivative of a function f on a vector field v, plus b as it is directional derivative function g on a vector field v. Okay? Yes, if you have a doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will go for the third property. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now here, what I will do, I will prove this third property with another method. Actually, this we have done with the point-wise application. We can do this by the definition itself. Okay. What is the definition? Okay, let me write down the definition once again. Directional derivative function f on a vector field v going for a point-wise application is reduced to directional derivative of a vector function f on a tangent vector vp, which is equal to summation over I vi dou f by dou xi. Correct? So this is what definition now reduced to a tangent vector. Okay. Now first two properties we have proved by a point-wise application, whatever the definition of a vector field we have seen. But here we will prove this with the help of this formula itself. Okay. another initially you can prove that first and second property with the help of this another method also, or I will write here the method 2 for this one to prove this result, or you can prove the same result by method 1 also, that I will show you later on. First we will prove this result by method 2. Okay, so what is there here, we have to start with, from where we have to start with, f and g are the two real valued function, we have to take the product of them, and we have to evaluate by a pointwise application, which is equals to, what is the value, it is equal to vp directional derivative of function f and g. Okay, now if you remember here f was the only function, here it is a product of a function. Now what will be the application here, it will be summation over I vi as it is it okay, at a point
Yes,
b.
ma'am.
Now here it will be dou by dou xi as it is. Now instead of a function f itself, we have a product of a function. Okay, again evaluated at a point p, because everything is now depending on a point p, because if you change a point p, there will be a change in your tangent vector. Okay, now everyone know how to evaluate this partial derivative.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me write down, this is summation over I vi at a point p. Now at that initial stage we will keep g as it is, and we'll have derivative of a f with respect to xi, plus next again we will have a summation over I vi at a point p. Okay, next at that time we'll keep f as it is. Now here we have to write down this as a point p. Now next we have to evaluate the derivative of a function g with respect to xi evaluated on a point p, which is equal to, what is the value now? Yes, can anyone guess how to write this one? Okay, let me do this. What we have here, g at a point p we have written, no? So I can keep this g at a point p as it is. What is there inside the summation? Summation over I vi at a point p dou f by dou xi evaluated at a point p. Now if you remember what is the value of this one, you should find out. Okay, next f at a point p I will keep outside, and I will write down all the terms which are with the summation. Summation over I vi at a point p into dou g by dou xi at a point p. Now here also we can get the value of this one. Okay, let me show you how to find out these values. Is here, what is the formula? Summation over I vi dou f by dou xi at a point p. What is the value of this one? This is nothing but directional derivative function f on a vector field. Okay, so in the very similar way, if you remember this formula, can you tell me the values of those bracket I have written?
VFP.
Yes, Vf evaluated at a point P plus Fp as f at a point P as it is here, Vg, that is directional derivative function g on a vector field at a point P. So now again what you have to do, you have to take a point P outside commonly, and we can write the result as g as it is Vf plus f as it is Vg, that is directional derivative function g in a vector field evaluated on a pointwise application. From where we have started, we have started with Vf into g, that is product of function we are evaluating, and again Sp is arbitrary point. You can write the reason, Sp is arbitrary point in the E3 space. We can apply the result to is true for any point P in a E3 space. Okay. Yes, if anyone you are having a doubt about all these properties, whatever you have seen for a tangent vector or the vector field, you can ask. Okay. Should I go for that method one for this one? Okay, फर्स्ट टू जो प्रॉपर्टीज थी हमने मेथड वन से सॉल्व किया था, ये मेथड टू से किया है. ओके, लेट मी गो फॉर द मेथड वन. Up to then you can think if you are having any doubt. So let me go for the method one. What is there in the method one? We have a product of the two functions say f and g are there, and we have to evaluate the product of these two functions, that is directional derivative on a vector field with the help of a product of function. Again you have to go by pointwise application, which is equal to vp product of the function. Okay, so which is equal to, but it can be written as here. If you want to write down this step, you should know that one property. What is a property? The property which we have seen. Okay, let me write down the property here. uh, Directional derivative product of a function on a tangent vector vp. यहाँ पे ये tangent vector है ना, v of p is also one tangent vector from a vector field, and this is arbitrary man. Okay, so you should know this property. What is a property? We have written g as it is, directional derivative of a function f, plus f as it is, then directional derivative of a function g. Okay, by knowing this theorem, or by knowing this property, whichever we have seen for a tangent vector, you can apply this property here. Okay, getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ये भी एक tangent vector ही है, as on a whole vector field is now converted to a tangent vector. So this property I can use, and I can write this as, firstly we will keep g as it is, that is g at a point p, then directional derivative function f on a tangent vector vp plus f at a point p as it is, then again directional derivative of a function g evaluated on a tangent vector vp. Okay, so now what I can do on the next step, value of this one, as we know, this is what we can use in a reverse way. The definition of a vector field we can use in a reverse way. Okay, again I will write once again, so that every time you should remember directional derivative of a vector field, directional derivative function f on a vector field can be written as vp f. Okay, so now I have to apply in a reverse way. इसको reverse करना है हमने. So what will be the result? It is vf at a point p. So g at a point p as it is, this is vf at a point p as it is, plus f at a point p as it is, then it is vg at a point p as it is. Okay, so now I can take a point p outside. We can have, this is vf, g as it is at a, evaluated at a point p, plus f vg, then it is evaluated again on a point p, and hence the result. You can now even take the same statement that as p is any point arbitrary in the E3 space, and hence the result. Okay, so which method you feel easier to prove for these properties? If you understood the methods by the formula itself or by those assumptions. That means the properties which we have to use in a two-way. Firstly, you have to use a definition in as it is, and another way you have to use a reverse way. Whichever you feel easy, you can apply this one. यहाँ पे हमने formula use किया है. Method 1 means what? You have to just go by point wise application. At that time, you should know at every step what should be write the reason. Okay? आहेत का सगळे?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, if you have a doubt, you can ask. No doubt you will feel somewhat difficult this paper, but see, whenever you come to new paper, you will feel that this is somewhat boring and all. But you should go for the geometric interpretation like this. जैसे हमने vector field देखा है, tangent vector. So whenever you are proving those property, just imagine what is a vector field, what is a tangent vector, what is a directional derivative. What is the meaning of directional derivative? It gives you the rate of change in the arbitrary direction. So that's why you will have a interest in studying these properties and all. Okay. So whenever you feel any drawback or any problem, you can ask me at any point or at any time in the lecture itself. Okay. So actually sometimes we feel that हे तर किती सोपं आहे, मला नाही कळालं. So It may be the problem for other students also. If you ask, it will, their problem can also be solved. Okay. So whenever you feel any point at any stage, you can ask. Now let us go for the example. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you should also write with the examples with me. This is what a vector field V is given to us as x square u1 plus y u2, and f is a function given to us as f is equals to x square z plus y. Find Pf, that is directional derivative of function f in the direction of a vector field V. And secondly, we have to find out v of f. That I will show you how to find out. Okay, again this example, so we will solve by two methods. Firstly, the method which we have solved for the third property. Then we have done it for the with the help of a definition itself. Okay. Yes, everyone ready to solve the examples? Have you written the examples?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
एक्स स्क्वायर यू वन प्लस वाई यू टू यू थ्री का टर्म नहीं है यहाँ पे. एफ क्या है? एक्स स्क्वायर इंटू जेड प्लस वाई. एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट? डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव फंक्शन है ऑन अ वेक्टर फील्ड. Directional derivative function f on a vector field. Again, you have to do the same thing two times. Okay. So let us start with the method 1. You also write with me that you have to follow firstly method 1 and then you can write the method 2. Later on you can select which one will be easier for you. Okay, what you have to do now? Vf evaluated at a point P. In the very similar way which we have done for a definition, we have to do the same thing. Vp of a directional derivative function f on a tangent vector Vp. Okay. So here we know what is v given to us. V is given to us as x square u1 plus y u2 evaluated at a point P. Here we have been provided f. So let us keep f as it is, because here we are evaluating this with the help of definitions. Okay. Okay. So let us keep this x square at a point P as it is. Now u1 f at a point P, correct? Plus, sorry, u1p it should be. Yes, u1 at a point P, directional derivative of function f. Okay. Plus, next term is y at a point P, u2 at a point P, directional derivative for this function. Okay. So just you can write down the reason here. By using the point-wise application, we have applied the result. Okay. So x square evaluated at a point P. Now again you can use the definition in a reverse way. u1 u2 हे vector field आहेत ना. So again I will write down the definition. Vf at a point P is equal to Vp at a V of P and directional derivative function f. So V and W, all these are vector field. U1 and U2 are the particular types of a vector field. So what we can write by applying the definition in a reverse way, what I get? U1 f at a point P plus y at a point P as it is, U2 f at a point P. Now anyone who remember in the last lecture, the last theorem which we have seen, what is our theorem? हा, आता पण स्टार्टिंगला ते रिपीट केला होता ना.
Dou f by dou x.
Dou f by dou x, ma'am.
Yes, it is what? Dou f by dou x or dou f by dou x1 evaluated at a point P plus y at a point P, then it is dou f by dou x2 or you can say it is dou f by dou y here, because हमारा फंक्शन क्या है? x square z y ऐसे फॉर्म में है ना. अगर x1 x2 x3 है तो at that time you can write dou f by dou x2. Now what you have to do? Simply you have to evaluate value of function f with respect to x and with respect to y. Okay, what is a function f with respect to x? Kai enare derivative with respect to x?
2xz.
With respect to y, kai enare
1.
1. Okay, so let me write down here. Here you have to write down this as firstly f with respect to x, then we have to evaluate f with respect to y. F with respect to x का लेना है 2xz at a point P plus y at a point P as it is fy simply 1, then you have to take P common outside, then you can get the result as 2x cube z plus y evaluated at a point P, and here you get the value as, what is the value? Directional derivative function f by a point-wise application, and hence as P is arbitrary we can write the result as this is 2x cube z plus y. Okay. Yes, everyone agree with the statement? Have you understood the example with the first method?
Yes, ma'am.
It is very easy. We will do it later on with the some different examples also. At that time, the idea will be more clear. So let me go for the method 2. By the formula itself, we will solve. Okay. So what is there in the method 2? We have to do the same things. That is, we have to find out directional derivative function f on a vector field by a point-wise application. But here we are using by our formula, which is equal to summation over I vi at a point P dou f by dou xi at a point P. Okay, so here we are knowing what are the function f. What is our function f? We are provided x square z into x square into z plus y, correct? And what is v given to us? V is given to us as x square u1 plus y u2. Now if you remember, somewhere in initial lectures we have proved any vector field B can be written as summation over I vi ui. आठवते का? V have written as u v1 u1 plus v2 u2 plus v3 u3. One first theorem in our differential geometry paper we have written.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. At that time I have told you that you have to write down 1 2 3 in the linear combination of the basis vector 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. Okay, those who remember that theorem, that any vector field can be written as a linear combinations of a natural frame field, which we have written as so. With the help of that theorem itself, you can say that v1 is काय असेल v1 x square होणार ना. V2 काय असेल coefficient of U2. What is the coefficient of U2? It is y. Coefficient of U3 it is 0. बरोबर? Okay. So by that way, you have to use this V1, V2, V3 in your formula. You can see here, this is what your formula. In this formula, you have to use the values of V1, V2 and V3. That's why I have written this. Okay, you can write the reason here somewhere initial lectures. You can write down the statement of that theorem that any vector field can be written as a linear combination of a natural frame field. So hence by the similarity we can have the value of v1 is a coefficient of u1, value of v2 is coefficient of u2, or coefficient of u3 absent hai, so that's why we can say v3 is equal to 0. Okay, so let me write down the formula. It is equal to v1 at a point P dou f by dou x at a point P plus next v2 at a point P. इस formula ये जो summation के form में उसको मैं just evaluate कर रही हूँ. Okay, dou f by dou y at a point P plus v3 at a point P dou f by dou z at a point P. Okay. Now we are knowing what are the values of v1, v2, v3. Even we know what is a derivative, correct? So which is equal to, what is the value of v1? X square at a point P. What is dou f by dou x?
2xz.
2xz at a point P plus value of v2 we have y at a point p, value of this one it is 1, correct. v3 तर 0 च आहे, मग हे थर्ड टर्म काय येणार आहे 0. Again you will get the same answer, 2x cube z. Taking the point p outside, you get the result as 2x cube z plus y. Directional derivative for function f at a point p we have evaluated for a vector field, and hence the result. In the both method we are getting the same answers. Okay. Now next, what we have to evaluate next one, BVF, that is directional derivative function f, और उसका भी directional derivative आपको निकालना है, right? So what we found the value of VF, first we will write down. What you get the value is 2x cube z plus y. This is a value you have got, no? Just now. Yes, 2x cube z plus y. This is a value of a term you have obtained, VF. Correct? इसका अब हम directional derivative find out. Let me assume this as a some function g, so which will be equal to v of g. आता easy होईल ना? Okay. So assuming this to be a some function g, you can evaluate the derivative. So let me evaluate by the first method. I hope this first method will be easier for everyone. So this will be VF, that is directional derivative function f in a vector field. Again you have to apply this 2 times, which is equal to VP VF. Correct? This VF is nothing but your this function 2x cube z plus y, which is equal to the value of v we have to write. What is a vector field v? We are provided x square u1 plus y u2. पेज ले आ जाए थे x square u1 plus y u2 at a point p. Now this is what your VF, as it is we will write down. We have to evaluate the directional derivative of a function g, correct? So let me write down this x square at a point p as it is, u1 at a point p, and directional derivative function g. Bf ला मी g लिखी थी, okay? So y at a point p, then u2 at a point p, and directional derivative of again a function g, okay? Now everyone know how to find out the directional derivative of function g. येते ना? So again here you have to use the definition in a reverse method, that is u1 at a g, u1 at g, and here it is y at a point p as it is. Then again it is u2g evaluated at a point p. Okay. Now here this is what your function g. Yes, everyone should remember this one. We have to evaluate the derivative. Okay, what is the value of u1g? Yes. In initial lecture, I have told you what is the value for u1 at a g. Uy f is nothing but dou f by dou xi, correct?
Dou g by dou x.
So it is dou g by dou x. Instead of f, it is dou g by dou x at a point p plus y at a point p, again dou g by dou y at a point p. Okay, g आहे तुमच्याकडे. What is the value of g with respect to x? It is 3 into 2, that is 6x square z, correct? And with respect to y, काय येणार आहे value?
1.
1. Okay. So let me write down the values now. That is x square at a point p, and here you get 6x square z at a point p plus value of y at a point p, it is 1 simply. Phi of t as it is, value of g with respect to y is 1. Hence, we get the value 6x raised to 4z plus y at a point P. And hence, you get the value of a BVF, that is 2 times we have found the directional derivative, that is 6x raised to 4 into z plus y. Okay. Those who want to do it with the help of again formula, you can do, you will get again the same answer. Okay. Yes, now I will give you one homework for you people. Just try to do it, otherwise we will do in the next lecture. Let me write down here. V is equal to x square u1 minus z u3. F is equals to x square. G is equal to y cube. Find. I have to find out many terms. Now at any cost I want this homework. लास्ट टाइम जैसे आपने पीडी का ज्योमेट्रिक इंटरप्रिटेशन पूछा था, उसके लिए 2-3 दिन किसी ने होमवर्क ही नहीं किया. So this time it will not be a good thing for you people. Now you are grown up, yeah, second year student. From you people itself, your junior will see that what to do. Correct? So you should create some good habits. फाइंड वी एफ वी जी. वी एफ जी का आपको फॉर्मूला पता है, हमने फाइंड आउट किया है, राइट. थर्ड वन यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट एफ स्क्वायर प्लस जी स्क्वायर एंड देन फाइंड आउट द डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव. देन फाइंड आउट द फोर्थ वन वी एफ. I hope everyone will do now the homework at any cost. आहेत का सगळे? Let me ask you how many of people you will do the homework. Only 28 students are there, including me. So that's why only 26 students are there. Okay. All remaining students, please tell them not to attend my lectures, because if you are not, whatever your friends are there, अगर उनको लेक्चर का जरूरत नहीं है तो बाद में भी अटेंड करने का जरूरत नहीं है. I will not have any objection since I am not going to strict them. ओके. मार्क्स भी आपको absent है तो आपके मार्क्स absent ही भेजेंगे हम लोग. ओके. So whatever the students are present now, I will download this presentation sheet, because as it is a Google sheet, it will be available. So just solve these example and tell me the answers in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you. You can leave the meeting.